for Bible study. I could very well start a Bible study at Job Corps. It's because I said I was going to do something and I couldn't pull through. That's what we have to understand. We have to understand that our words have to mean something. Proverbs 18:21 tells us, death and life are in the power of the tongue. You notice how they put death first? It's because a lot of us speak death more than we speak life. Commitment means even though you don't feel it anymore, you're going to do it because you said it. That's commitment. Believe me. There's many a Tuesday so far. Look, there's only been a few this year. There's many a Tuesday I'm in the car driving through all this rush hour traffic on Tuesday talking about, why am I going away to the Bible study? I'm driving. It takes me 45 minutes to get there. I'll sit there for about 35 minutes because I get there late. Then I'm going to drive another 35 minutes back. By then traffic died down a little. I can read my Bible here. They can do Facebook Live with me. There's many ways I can talk myself out of it. But at the end of the day, I gave my word. So I won't be here. And that's what it's about. Giving our word. When a man says something, can a woman stand on those words? I had a friend of mine at work saying that it trips him out when men talk about their wife nagging, and he asks them, well, wait a minute, are they nagging or are they giving you back your word? See, you say you're going to do something, she's like, hey, you that's not nagging. She's giving you back your word. Fellas, don't get mad at me. I told you, this is something I was prepared. I'm just delivering, amen? I'm serving. We have to understand that's not nagging. If the Lord wants us to give him back his word, then we need to expect we have to be responsible for our word. Amen? Amen. We have to understand commitment is part of that Christian character. We have to be committed. And we want to be committed Christians. But how can we be committed Christians and we can't keep our word? It starts with us being accountable. It starts with us being accountable for our words. And a lot of people don't want to be accountable. A lot of people don't want to commit. I had a coworker. He was explaining to me, a friend of mine, he said, well, I live closer to the job now since I moved in with my girlfriend. And I said, oh, wow. I said, did y'all set a date? He said, date for what? I said, y'all getting married? Oh, no, we're not there yet. I said, so let me get this straight. Y'all not there to be married, but y'all there where y'all can live together. I said, help me understand that. I'm sorry, I could told you I can only be one way. I know, perhaps I was wrong, but you know what? I had to ask the question. I had to ask that question. Because what we realize is he don't want to commit to anything. He wants to stay wavering. As men, we got to step up. We got to say something and know we're going to do it. If we're going to do the actions, put the word behind it. Put your word on it. I remember my wife said to me, as we start the new year, she said that she committed to be more intentional in her acts of love towards me. I was like, wow, that's good. Wait a minute, you weren't intentional before? Wait, anyway. So
she gonna see this tape.
He said more.
She gonna see this tape.
I edit this tape. So but then I realized what she's saying is her actions aren't going to be predicated on what I do. Because the commitment that she made that she's going to be intentional, she made with God. Do you understand that? Now that don't mean let me go out here and act a fool. But it does mean it's nice to know that she's making that commitment. This helps keep things in order. Do we understand that? There has to be an order in how we do things. Okay. Listen. If it's raining outside, and I get an umbrella, and I open it up, and then I walk around like this with my umbrella, and wonder why am I getting wet. I got an umbrella. It's open. It has to cover me. I have to put it over my seat. Everything is order. There has to be a process. We as men have to understand. It starts with us. It starts with us. We have to take responsibility for things. I hear a lot of times, oh, well, this woman, she's too independent. Well, was it that she couldn't depend on the word of a man? Is that it? So she had to jump out there? See, we have to understand. It starts with us. We have to be the rock that a woman can lean against and know it's not going to move. And that starts with our word. Stop worrying about what the woman is doing and be more concerned about what the man is doing. Iron sharpens iron, my brothers. Now, we have to understand, as I said, it's not easy, but it's necessary in order for us to keep the order. I've told this story before. One day, my wife and I were having a difficult conversation. Let's put it like that. See, when we don't speak arguments, we have difficult conversations. And I said, you know what? I think I'm just going to take a little bit of a drive. So I went to my second home, Walmart. Yeah, I have a second home. And I walked down the aisles because I said I need something to eat. I said, you know what, I'm getting me a salad. So I got me a salad, drove back to the house, went to the office, and I'm sitting there eating my salad. And my wife walks into the office, and she looks, and she sees me eating salad. I'm thinking to myself, Lord, she's getting ready to start again. This difficult conversation, and it's evident, when I walked out that, maybe now's not the time. And so she looks at me and she says, where's my salad? And I said, in the refrigerator. Because see, my mood didn't change things. Any other time, if I get a salad, I'm getting two. Because I know I have a wife at home. So I did. Her salad was in the refrigerator. See, if I'm going to eat something, my wife is going to eat. If I'm going to drink something, my wife is going to drink. It doesn't matter what mood I'm in. Do we understand that? Yeah. See, that's how it should be. Why? Because of the commitment that I spoke out of my mouth. To love and to cherish. Till death do us part. Now, fellas, sit back. Ladies, we know. We felt that wrath. You think you're going to come in here after you done I ain't doing nothing. Ooh, quiet now, huh? Oh, we were all laughing before. Ladies were in the house. Now all of a sudden it's quiet. How do we allow our moods to dictate our actions? What does that say about us as Christians? If a man vow a vow unto the Lord or swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond, he shall not break his word or shall do according to all that proceeded out of his mouth. Ladies, we have to understand, the same applies. The same applies. If the man is doing his part, then the woman as the helpmate must be just as committed. Her word should be her word. Her yay should be yay. Her nay should be nay. It's not breakfast when you deserve it. It's breakfast because you're my husband. It's not dinner because you did good. What's all this earning stuff? What's that about? We made a commitment. We're not hourly, we're salary. Y'all let that sink in. Our word should mean something. Our word should mean something. And it starts with us looking at us. A lot of times, we have a problem looking at us as a couple because all we see is that other person all the time. So we tend to focus on what they're doing.
God won't let you do that. I'll show you.
I told y'all I wasn't going to leave nobody out. Only people safe right now. You married? You married?
Nope.
There's a few people that's safe around here. But that don't mean you have to keep your word. Because that's about your character. Amen? Amen. You don't just got somebody over you saying, remember what Pastor said. I remember we were having a couples activity, couple dinners back. Yeah, couple of dinners back. And the activity was we had red cups on the table, and the couples had to use rubber bands to build a pyramid with their cups. The couples laughing are those that went through this task. And so they're using these rubber bands and they're trying to stretch them, and I forgot what the rubber bands were attached to stretch them to get them over these cups. And, you know, they had then built this pyramid. Don't cover your face. And it was 2 couples at a time. It was like a race. And first one to build their pyramid wins, and they'll progress to get the next couple that wins. And so, you know, we had cups all over the place, cups falling, couples saying, forget this, I'm not even going to try it. And no, you're supposed to pull your rubber band this way. And watching the beautiful communication between couples, amen? But the one thing that struck me was, there was one couple who was building their pyramid, and this other couple did it in record time. I think they played this game before. But they did it in record time. They built their pyramid and boom, time. And I looked back at the other couple, and I kind of laughed because they had their first level of the pyramid, and they were just getting ready to start on the second level. And I said, they won. And they kept going. And I said, that preached itself. As I watched that, I said, wow. Because I'm sure when they started, they didn't say, we're going to lose. They didn't say, we're going to win. But what they said is, we're going to build this pyramid. And it didn't matter what the other couple did. They built their pyramid. And that's what commitment is. That is exactly what, that spoke to me when they did that. I said, wow, look at that. Look at that. And that couple trips me out. Because, you know, like all couples, they go through stuff. But what that told me is, they finish together. What they start, they're going to finish together. And that spoke loud. But at the end of the day, it's all about what they spoke. Their word. So we have to have integrity in our walk. Do we realize that? Do we realize as Christians, everybody's watching you? They're waiting for the opportunity to say, yup, they like the rest of them. Or even better, they want to say, they like the rest of us. You can't be a Christian and be like the rest of them. Can't do it. You have to be different. And whatsoever ye do, do it heartily, as to the Lord, and not unto men. When I say something to you, it's as if I'm saying it to the Lord. If I commit something to you, it's as if I commit it to the Lord. That's why, if you're going to hire two people and one's a Christian and one's not, you're supposed to jump on that Christian. Why? And whatsoever ye do, do it heartily as to the Lord. That's the kind of person I want working for me. Unfortunately, some have missed this verse. They miss this verse. They don't understand that. Oh yeah, when I praise to the Lord. That's it. And when I work, I'm going to do what men do. It doesn't work like that. So I ask, as I move on, is commitment an action? Is it? And whatsoever ye do, do it heartily, as to the Lord, and not unto men. Is commitment an action? Proverbs 19:9 tells us, a false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speaketh lies shall perish. Proverbs 24:28 tells us, be not a witness against thy neighbor without cause, and deceive not with thy lips. And you know, sometimes you read stuff like that to people, they go, oh yeah, but that was Old Testament. Like the New Testament said, okay, you know what? Say what you want to say. Do what you want to do. Ephesians 4:25. Wherefore, putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members of one another. 1 John 2:4 says, he that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. See, it doesn't matter. Old Testament, New Testament. I couldn't find that clause where it's okay, that's where we can just say something and not do it. I couldn't find that. Because it doesn't matter. But the Bible is saying our words should move into actions. If we say it, we should do it. We have to stop talking, and then when we feel a certain way, we'll just change. If we say we're going to do it, do it. If we say we're going to be somewhere, be somewhere.